The egg has been stolen. Herodotus has learned that his precious monarch ovum has been taken by a delivery man named Raskin with ties to the criminal boss who runs Garcia Station. Accompanied by the wraith Thesper and the war droid Dilbert, he races back to the ship. Meanwhile, Cleo and Dr. Z have finished shopping, and laden with their new purchases are also returning to the docking station. Starring Dr. Z, a psychic jellyfish-like alien, versed in the arts of hacking and medicine, who pilots a robotic suit of armor. Cleo, the ursine explosives expert, an immense bipedal bear creature, armed to the teeth and not adverse to risk-taking. And Herodotus, a decorated military officer, dedicated to the imperial conquest of human civilization. Together they are the Backwater Bastards. Welcome, everybody, to another powerful installation of the Backwater Bastards in space.
Where?
Up there, anywhere, in the vacuum of space.
Space! It's space!
Oh, yeah, that's the full range. Hello, everybody. How are we all doing?
Hello.
I'm okay.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, what's got you down, Cleo, my beer?
Today, I had to work.
Oh,
That's harsh, man.
For real, though. I had to do physical labor.
fuck.
Damn.
I had to paint a wall.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like one color or multiple colors?
One color, but it was not a good time.
No.
No, it's probably more fun to paint it multiple
Did you do a good job?
I guess so.
And you sing a song with jibba dibba dibba, jibba dibba dibba, and it's painted all up, all the different colors, and they have like a
No, I
Song
wasn't
like,
allowed to sing.
like a
I had to be
montage
quiet.
with
Paint
a
the
bunch
wall.
of friends, just like, yeah, we're painting. Oh,
And if I made any noise, somebody would come over with a cigarette and burn me.
Whoa.
Oh, that sucks, Taylor. I'm sorry you had to have that
Okay,
happen
none
to you
of that.
today. That's really...
The only part that's real is I had to paint the wall today.
Yeah, I was going to
At
say
work.
that's sad.
well, you know,
And the cigarette burning.
we work hard and then we play hard. So let's play damn hard. All right. I want to see
let's do it.
full
yeah.
participation from everyone.
Participation award?
Partecipazione.
Well, okay,
I need
Yeah.
a recap though, Ricky. I can't. It's Dickie.
Dickie.
Ridiculous.
Dickie doo, Dick.
Whoa, that's harsh, man. That's harsh.
What is there to say? I mean, Cleo and Dr. Z managed to finish their shopping. I mean, that's really all.
yes,
That's
we
really all
did.
they managed, actually.
Thank God.
Hey, wait. I don't like that you kind of fob that off. What do you mean finished our shop? All we managed to do. Shopping's hard, and we.
That's true. Actually, there's. I mean, Cleo got an entire bucket full of random goodies. Dr. Z.
I fucking
Got- the
I did
repairman's
really
on
good
the
by
way.
us because I got us some shit, dude. We got some deals. I hassled for us. I worked. I brought the bacon. We have a rover now. It's me that has the rover, but y'all get to ride in it, and I got it for nothing. Is it completely mine by law?
Well, yeah.
No.
And you bought a hat for me.
Yeah, Dr. Z's got the optimal hat.
Yes.
Times
Optimal.
into this.
Optimal.
Yeah, girl.
We have a little baby version of the hat
Yeah.
for the ovum.
Yes.
Which would be all well and good if you had the ovum, which, because I guess
Yeah, well.
Herodotus managed
Well,
to
we do,
That's
don't we?
not wrong.
managed to work out
I'm pretty sure we
that
do
he,
have
that he
the egg.
lost the egg.
Okay.
The shame. The pain.
And Herodotus basically stormed back into the gentleman's club, guns blazing, and mildly assaulted the bar staff. And
Not for lack of trying,
but he
but
did
for
work
lack of
out
skill, talent, or any sort of
he
coordination.
did work out where the egg was. And he did manage to get himself a couple of allies as well. There's the giant war droid. What's his name? Oh, where's my notes? Should really have
Dilbert.
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 That's right, Dilbert the droid.
Dilbert.
And of course,
Yeah. To me, squire.
and Thesper, the wraith monarch, who around the establishment, both willing to join the fight to save the egg. Dilbert from some sort of misplaced sense of honor, I think, and Thespa quite possibly for reasons of her own. So Herodotus, put out by the bastards not understanding his plight, has actually destroyed his radio device, but I guess, rather fortunately, all three bastards are on their way back to the ship.
Yes, but we're driving in style, aren't we, Cleo?
Maybe yes, we are. Broom, broom.
I'm going to have my my hat on, my arm out the window, my pot of gravy sauce, sipping into my bowl.
All my
enjoying.
cool things in like the back seat, jostling.
Yeah. You got your gun back there, you got your bombs, you got your jelly packs, you got your bucket.
Yeah, as
which,
we hit every bump in the road. But bam!
People, go on over to our Twitter or our Instagram and reply to the question of what should be in that bucket. There's going to be 100
of these
spots.
things.
We need 100
it's 103.
miscellaneous items.
I want you to put an imaginary item in Cleo's bucket so that she can make it a bomb, give it back.
Small but outlandish. I mean, it's got to be like, you imagine there's 100 items in this big family-sized chicken bucket. Like, they can't be too big, but they...
Don't worry about
but
that
they could,
part. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they could have all manner of potential...
TARDIS of buckets.
Capabilities. So I'm very interested to see what people suggest. So anyway, Cleo and Dr. Z riding in style back after their shopping trip. Herodotus, on the other hand, is just shuffling, I guess, full speed, but he his full speed isn't the highest. His two new compatriots to pick up his plentiful pantry in order to go out to the compound where Raskin, the dashing, moustache-wearing drug dealer, has taken the egg.
Bloody villain.
Yes, Raskin.
I shall rain down unholy vengeance upon his head.
Now, I don't know about you, but I think we want to just get this party started upon the moment that the bastards are reunited.
Sounds good to me, man.
All right.
Cleo and Z, traveling in a much speedier mode of transportation, do in fact make their way back to the docking building quicker. They're able to sort of get in there and pop into the Grey Dragon to check if Herodotus has come back. Reese has had ample time to decide what modifications he's going to request, but you have to wait until a slightly later moment to see what's going to unfold there.
I want to see it. Oh, so excited.
But Reese does have some he's got some small information on Herodotus, because Herodotus did come back to get his field gun. So Cleo and Z do now have information regarding the possible seriousness of Herodotus's state, because Reese knows that Herodotus came in quite an agitated mood and took his light field gun.
Oh yeah!
And obviously was going off to battle.
And
that damn Herodotus. Well, Cleo, suit up.
Suit up? Well, what else do I need to put on?
I guess you're already suited up. Yeah.
Where do I need to go now? I've been, you know what? I've been out at the shops. I've been getting all the things for everybody. What has, now what?
Cleo,
what?
You haven't been getting things for everybody. Just
yes.
mainly a party of one. Reese, can you give us any location details?
Oh yes, Dr. Z.
Great.
The last known location of Herodotus's communication device is precisely here. And he pops up a little ding on a map that sort of shows off across barren wasteland section of the planet towards a small log building.
Cleo, I fear it's worse than we may have ever imagined. I think he's getting back into sports. Let's go.
The devil. The devil's Ludo.
I was waiting to see where that was going to go. Because I was about to be like, you think he's stuck in a tray?
I think he's getting competitive again. Let's get there quick.
I'm loving the character building. Oh, this is wonderful.
I mean, we do know that Herodotus in his youth did used to play Discord, so...
Discord? Yeah. And it's in a Discord field, or it's next to a Discord field, so...
But perhaps, like, just very, what's the word I want? Like, serendipitous timing.
Auspicious.
The moment that Dr. Z and Cleo, armed and ready, begin to depart from the Grey Dragon, it's the same moment that Herodotus, with his 2 new fellows, step into the docking room.
Hearken to me, peasants! Doombringer! I shall tear down their fortresses and make of them slaves and peons to my cause. Will you swear the blood oath and march with me to battle?
Yep, Cleo is getting competitive again. He's already built himself a new team.
You all heard him. He said, yep, the doctor is with me. What about you, Bear?
Hey, but who's in Reese right now?
Just say yes, damn you.
What about... Are they touching my things?
Reese is getting a makeover, Cleo.
Are we not in Reese?
Oh no, you've just come out, but he's just come into the building.
Okay, I'm back.
So like,
I'm back.
you guys
Ignore me.
are standing like on the sort of the ramp coming out of Reese, but Herodotus and you guys are just coming into the dock building.
Okay.
Can we call it the spaceship? Can we not talk about being in Reese?
I love
I'm not
being
against
deep into a
I love being in
anybody,
Reese.
but that feels exploitative.
Well, he
You
said
don't
the
like-
Grey Dragon. He
You
did
don't
say the
like
Grey
being
Dragon.
in Reese?
I
Oh,
did say
man.
inside Reese that one time, and it did feel wrong.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if I have to, it wouldn't be so bad if we didn't.
Then
have
I
to
don't
talk
want to be
so much.
right.
Punch it.
Anyway.
I hope you are enjoying your time inside me.
Okay. Bye.
Everybody in the pantry.
He just wants to know if we're going to join his team.
Yeah.
You rounding up a posse? Is that what this is?
I had to. Dire circumstances is the only thing that would drive me into compadreship with the lowlives and my squire. Have you met him? He's lovely.
Well, I don't need to hear no more. Get on the ship. Get on the ship, y'all. We got an egg to grab.
I love you, Bear.
We got him a hat.
Dilbert is sort of like looking a little bit like, Squire, oh goodness gracious me.
All right, you heard the lady. With me, squire, you can carry my sword.
We done bought him a hat. He's our son. Come on in.
Where's the ovum?
I thought I told you. They made a fool of me. I don't know why. I wasn't strong enough, Doctor.
Are you saying that the egg is in someone else's possession right now?
I'm saying the egg is not inside of Reese.
Well, it ain't inside of you either. Let's go. We gotta
I'll
find
start
it.
humming the energy blades.
Thank you.
So Dilbert grabbed Herodotus's field gun and sort of just easily hoisted it up over one shoulder. It looks actually quite small in his arms. And Thespa is sort of just like loitering along behind, sort of creeping in, watching the other bastards with sort of narrow, suspicious eyes, but not really saying anything.
Are we all loading into Taylor's car? Into Cleo's car?
No, because aren't we just gonna get in Reese?
Yeah.
Didn't we park the rover?
No, Reese is getting
Makeover. Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, the
Oh,
plan
yeah,
was to
let's
get the
car.
pantry.
Reese is getting
Into the
repaired.
pantry.
Wait.
I forgot
to do the stealth.
Wait. Can the rover fit in the pantry?
I'm going to call that a no.
Ah, god damn it. Okay. Is it? Wait. Who's the better mechanic here?
Wouldn't it be you?
Me? Oh god.
I mean,
Okay.
none
you're a
of you
pilot?
are especially talented mechanics, but
Shit. Is there any good mechanics?
Cleo
around?
would have the extra disadvantage of not having hands.
Okay.
Reese!
But I'm a weapons
Reese!
master.
Yeah, you'd have like a lot of sort of like like inherent sort of know-how, like from your construction of explosives and so on. Just your actual ability to do it is a little bit compromised.
All right.
Bear!
God
You're
damn.
nifty with those claws, are you not?
Well, yeah.
Oh, stop flattering yourself. Now,
I mean, you know.
Very good. Now,
Well,
what I want to say is, in order to launch a successful attack of cover, what would be very, as the youth say nowadays, I do believe, nifty. It would be good if we could rig up some sort of quick release system by which we could fly your newly purchased, and may I say, highly, very much, extremely handsome rover.
why, thank you. I knew we had the same taste. I knew it.
Yes, indeed.
I knew that's why we like each other.
And I assume by that same taste, we agree that the best way of exploiting our advantage and surprise in the upcoming confrontation with our nemesis, upon whom I shall reap just vengeance when the time is ripe. I'll cut out his heart and use it as a cozy for the egg. Anyway, back to the business at hand. We need to rig up a quick release system by which we can carry your rover and release it on charge against the enemy positions. Do you agree, Bear?
Well, I mean, that sounds like a lot of cattywampus and fricassee, but I mean, I'm ready to try it.
All right. Well, do you think you're the bear for the job, or do I have to get a local handy sign?
Well, I mean, I think that maybe, since we got all this money, maybe we just get one of them over there in the mechanic hole.
Yeah.
Maybe then one of them.
Herodotus.
Get him over here.
If the egg is in someone else's possession, might I suggest that we just skip all of this logistics and go straight in and get the egg back?
Dr. Z, are you thinking that we need to take off in the car right now?
Doctor,
Because
is that your official diagnosis?
Look, I understand needs to be careful and that logistics planning is very important. But they've taken the egg. Let's go get the bastards.
Oh, you speak to my heart, Doctor. Very well. Shall follow your command.
Oh, I don't want to do
Follow
that.
the
It's
doctor.
just
At this point, Thespa
Cleo,
steps
drive.
up. Like, well, now that we've got all of that out of the way. My name's Thespa, by the way. Herodotus brought me along.
hello, Vespa.
Vespa,
I've got people on the
Herodotus,
inside.
your old lady need to hit the bushes before we go. Ain't nobody trying to go in my new car.
She's the vile temptress who lured me into her lair with promises of good drinks and high times, only to see me poisoned with the most vile substances, and then dragged out and left out in the cold like some dead thing. Oh, we
Yes.
might be allies now. I will never forgive, and I will never forget.
She don't get to sit up front.
Be that as it may, I think you'll want to know the things I know. My brood have infiltrated Raskin's compound, and we are very aware of his movements. I think you'd like to know time is of the essence. He appears to be preparing a ship to leave off-world with the egg.
Do you have a location?
She whips up one of her forearms and quickly pulls up a little system map and shows.
I bring up a system map equal to it to try and
Fucking doctor has to make like the tech show up at dick wagging competition. I got one of those too.
Hey, and also I don't want her having all the information as well. If I can have it, I'm gonna have it.
Copy it into your map.
Cleo walks over and unravels a greasy napkin.
Exactly. We've already established that we shouldn't be trusting her, so I'm going to, copy it and also show up.
Oh, paranoia. Doctor, you're speaking my language.
So quite far out into the wasteland, and you can sort of see, like, on the display that it looks much more desolate and rocky out of the near areas. It looks like they've been terraforming near the city and sort of got all the sort of scrub and so on growing. But, like, the way out here, it is really, like, just a big hunk of rock. There's just an X there, quite far out in the desert.
Are we to believe, Vespa, that X marks the spot?
Yes. Raskin has a compound out there. It's where he makes the stuff he sells, among other strange proclivities.
Oh, shit.
And would you say that this
Any
Raskin
lion dancing?
would appreciate visitors?
Ah, now that's the question you should be asking. One of my daughters has eyes on the exterior of the compound. There are at least 6, possibly 7, fully armed fighters waiting for any possible arrival.
Well,
Looking at Dilbert, I say,
Herodotus seemed to have chosen well his compadres then.
Oh, indeed.
Dilbert still clutching the field gun, sort of like, oh my.
No, Dilbert. That is mine. My field gun. Yours on commission. Yes, you are now second gunner. Ha ha.
How honoured for you, Dilbert. Might I suggest then that we plan tactics on the way, if it is, as you say, Vespa, urgent, and that Raskin may be flying off.
Baby, hurry.
So, wheels or wings?
Wings then.
I suggest we show them who's the boss. Surely we outperform them on firepower. The frontal assault, clearly. That is what's called for here.
Herodotus, we have you. Big guns, not the best of shots.
How dare you, sir? Never missed a shot.
And we have Dilbert here. Big guns, still not aware of how great a shot. Might I suggest that we take this a bit slower and more,
surgical?
more surgical? What say you, Cleo? How would you like to approach this?
Coward!
You don't want to ride in my new car?
I would love to ride in your new car, Cleo.
I bought it just for this. I bought it just for operations. Operations.
Oh, very well. I am charmed by the vehicle.
I still
Harry.
call shotgun.
Harry, you can sit almost up front.
He can sit in the middle. I've got window seat.
Is there an elevated commander position one might take?
Yeah,
him a
there
cushion.
is. Cleo's gonna put like a box in the middle seat.
Very good.
like a kid box.
Is there a retractable roof?
Oh, there's got to be
There
a
is now.
retractable roof, yeah.
All right, then
Because we need our hair to flap in the wind.
consider that motherfucker retracted so that Herodotus can kind of sit up as tall as he can. He's trying to stand, but he's like half sitting on his box.
Like a dog out of a sunroof.
Kinda, yeah.
Thesper and
It's
Dilbert
happening.
squeezing in the two largest members of the party, squeezing in the back together, I guess.
It's canon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So and I also I motioned for Dilbert to stand up beside me. So it was behind me, kind of aiming, having him kind of aim the field gun.
We are now the 1st Division Cavalry of bastards.
Rad! Yippee-yah!
Oh, I knew he was getting competitive.
So I guess Cleo floors it out of the dock station.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna imagine it's just like a screech and then kicking up dust as you sort of start going out over the desert.
Like a donut.
This thing, like it hovers like sort of like a foot off the ground, but it's just kicking up like dust and debris everywhere.
Oh,
Herodotus
beautiful. Come on, bastard. Someone draw this.
is getting some of it in the face, but like, just the right amount to feel the drama of the situation, really.
There's a lens flare, right?
One can really feel the drama.
I can't feel anything.
There's more than one lens flare. There's got to be like.
There's more than one lens flare.
Beautiful. Yeah, how many
J.J.
suns we
Abrams
got
is
going
somewhere
on
out
here,
there in the
Ricky?
world right
Fine.
now, like, yes.
How many suns are setting in the sky, Ricky? Dick, while we're driving along?
I mean, I've never understood the multiple suns thing. There could be like another like bright celestial body. There could be like a large planet that's close enough that it's reflecting
Ooh.
a large amount of sunlight off it.
When we're going around the orbit just at the right time, whereas the only
I
thing...
mean, there are solar systems with twin suns, but they usually kind of are caught in a sort of balance dance.
I was just looking for a pretty image rather than, scientifically accurate.
There is one place in this galaxy where there's 4 artificial suns, which are holding a planet in stasis.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really cool.
There's just the light of both the sun and a nearby celestial body beaming down, producing multiple lens flares in the camera that's watching you.
Brilliant.
That's the most Dick Dynamite fuck you I've ever heard.
And Thespa in the back is sort of keeping contact. It's like, yes, this has to be the right course of action. It's a highly fortified building. I'm getting more intel. I've never seen the place up close, but my children are saying it has a large walled section built out of the ravine, but the majority of the complex is subterranean.
Does that mean that the majority of the, I won't distinguish them with military honors, but garrison is subterranean as well?
Looks that way. I don't know whether we should hope that they're all in there, that we're seeing all of them on the outside.
Well, only one way to find out for real. And once the infiltration has been successful, which I do not doubt that it will, then the chances of getting discovered are exponentially increased by whatever margin of enemy garrisons are still within the complex, yes? Simple yes or no question.
I think I understand your logic.
Therefore, it would be to the benefit of the mission to create some sort of, well, I don't want to be suggestive, but distraction.
What are your ideas?
Well, I'm glad you asked, good doctor. I just so happen to have with me all the makings of a very fine artillery battery. An artillery battery of 1.
Do you want us to drop you off?
Now we are speaking on the same wavelength, are we not, Doctor?
Time to split the party again. And you shot your phone.
Oh, that's true.
Cleo's like, wait.
Yes, Cleo.
I just bought all that crap in the back that y'all are sitting on, and maybe, what if we just bring it?
Not opposed to bringing it.
I mean,
Also, there is no way in hell I'm not coming with you. When I said an artillery battery of 1, I meant an artillery battery of 1. My squire will do the job. Someone give him a goddamn communicator so I can tell him when and where to fire. Call it close operations artillery support.
What happened to your communicator, Herodotus?
In a moment of great passion, if you must know, I dispatched the dastardly piece of electronic for being insubordinate.
Cleo, it gets worse every minute. The amount of competitiveness coming off him this moment is insane.
Oh, shut up, Doctor. I'm just trying to be a better man.
I'll hand Dilbert my communicator and I'll say,
I'll stick close to Cleo anyway.
and I'll look to Dilbert, hand them the communicator and say,
Quite simple. 1 button.
Oh goodness.
Squire,
Just a distraction, right?
listen to me.
Yes.
When I call upon you to do your duty, to your liege, that is I, and to the honors that we both hold in common, I shall need for you rain down almighty hellfire upon mine enemies. And when, if the need should arise, sacrifice your body for the rescue of the ovum. Do you understand?
Dilbert is sort of like,
all right, listen, if y'all gonna turn up back there, I'll throw a jelly capsule on it.
he's just sort of like quivering now, like almost dropping he's
Yes,
holding
Mom.
the field gun in one arm and this new communicator in the other hand.
Oh, and then okay, Herodotus reaches up and he takes the droid's head in his hand and looks it deep into those electrically blue, I guess, eyes, and says,
Do me this honor. Do me this fine service. And I promise, forevermore, I shall teach you all I know of honor and warcraft. I shall forge in you and in the fire of war a hero for the age. What say you?
Something seems to be
That's pretty
stirring behind the cowardly eyes of Dilbert. He was never much of a soldier, even though he was specifically designed as one. He always had much more of a poetic soul, he liked to think. And although he never found a creative outlet for this passion, he's now caught up in the romance of Herodotus's way of looking at war, and suddenly realized that perhaps he was built with that creative outlet all along.
like his code is going like 0010010000011100002.
He was saying like, what if I was meant for
exactly.
war all along, but not the kind of war that I knew, but this new kind.
Yeah, like honorable.
War all the time.
Well, Herodotus, do you have a suggestion where the optimal strike could come in?
and show the map. I'm pulling my map closer than Thespa's map.
All right, I'm gonna have to roll for perception, I guess. There I am.
I would go as far as saying do a +5 on this, because this is your
Okay,
your well-connected military
This is
knowledge
wheelhouse.
kind of stat going on here.
I hear you.
Ooh.
14 plus 5, 19.
19.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looking at the blown up imagery of the compound, you can see now that there's like a ravine that runs through the desert, and you seem to actually, as you're sailing across the desert, you're reaching the sort of the entry point of this ravine now. It's very wide, like it looks as though one way in, one way out kind of thing. It's not massive, like a massive death trap kind of thing. Like you can see all the way down. It's quite wide and open. But in one side of the ravine, the sides get very steep. There's like a disc-shaped, big grey metal structure that cuts out of it. It's got verandas, I guess you would say, decking sort of around the outside of it, and just a single elevator which lifts units up into it. But there's also, because it cuts into the ravine, you see that if you were to come from the overside of the cliff, that there might be some sort of entrance on there leading into the subterranean section as well.
All right. Dr. Bear, Brood Mother, look here. Seems to me the most likely and useful point of entry would be this point yonder. Now, in order for my good squire's work to pay dividend, he shall have to create a distraction, a diversion, steal the enemy's eye from away from said place, and give us the chance to slip unnoticed into the compound, dispatch whatever remains of the guard force, and in great stealth and unlamentable speed and accuracy, we shall extract the ovum, and then, in great style, and with the force of violence behind us, we shall exit, guns blazing, make a glorious exit, under cover from my squire. Any questions?
Now I smell what you're stepping in. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I like
Good,
it.
good.
I like it, Hugh.
I like.
Normally this is not what I'm about. Normally I would just tell you, I'll give you a little bomb, one of my tinies. You could throw it out there, see what happens. We could try to do it that way. But now I like what
But Bear, remember the ovum.
I like what Dr. Z is saying about this stealth avenue, and I ain't never tried it. But today, I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna gather my things. I'm gonna sniff out a way.
Cleo, imagine us walking through the compound with these beautiful new outfits we're wearing.
Absolutely.
And then in the final last moment,
Doctor, you're asking a bear to fantasize. You're playing with the powers of a god.
Cleo, ignore him. Imagine us walking, sneaking, and then finally revealing ourselves in glorious grandeur.
Cleo, don't
And
do
these
it.
outfits.
He's toying with dark forces. Do not fall to the temptations of fantasy. Remain conservative.
Cleo is like kind of feeling her new
resistance.
spacesuit. She's kind of like doing one of the zippers because they made them real big for bare hands.
That's a good idea.
She's staring off into the distance. She's just like, "See it? I see us, Doctor. Say, I see us.
Do you see us walking away from the biggest explosion ever?
I see it. I see us looking fine as hell in our new outfits."
Yes, Cleo.
Oh, Herodotus is getting a little jelly when he's now realizing, because of his fucking incredible roll of perception, he's suddenly perceiving the sweet ass costumes you guys are wearing. He's feeling a little self-conscious, and he's kind of leans over and is like,
Bear, you didn't happen to pick something up for the old man, did you? You know, it's a lot
Oh
of
my
style
God.
flying around and very little of it landing on me, to be perfectly frank.
Harry, now listen here. We looked
I'm
for
paying
you.
attention.
We looked for you. And you know what? Ain't nothing in any of those shops as fine as what you wear. We just tried to build off of what you already have. We just
Don't.
want to be more like you.
Good Lord, Bear. Know how to speak to him.
Bear like this spent its whole life trying to emulate majesty like that. Can't be done.
Bear, that is the nicest thing anyone has said outside of official reports.
Dr. Z, you have to present the hat.
Ever. I truly appreciate it. Even coming from a civilian.
Dr. Z has to present him the hat so he can like wear it around his neck.
Oh, I will. While they're both staring at each other's eyes, I'll open up my hand presenting the tiny hat that copies my hat and stretch it out and say,
Doctor,
We got you this. From both of us. For the egg.
For the egg. Oh my god, that is adorable. Oh, chills. Chills, guys. Honestly, chills. Very well. To action. To deeds of dark force. And we shall not rest for a moment till justice is done on this day.
And stealthy cutting of things. I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, yes, indeed.
So, blasting across the desert, you've reached a point now, the ravine begins to sort of open up, and you're almost like a fork in the road where you can continue up the mounting cliffs to reach the entry point that you intend to infiltrate from, but you'll have to drop off Dilbert rather soon to make his way on foot towards some sort of firing distance of the front half of the compound.
All right, Dilbert, this is you. Now you be careful, son, and we shall find you after the deed is done. Hey, that rhymes. Let's write that down.
I'll make you proud, sir. I will.
You already have.
He steps out of the rover and then just takes off into an athletic sprint across the desert. You can tell that he travels at least twice as fast as any of you could on foot.
He's a fine boy.
Yeah, they're just pneumatic legs extending out as he just, a powerful device, rockets through the desert to find a good
he's a
point
fine young device
to set up his the field gun. Meanwhile,
Well, I do hope we remember to pick him up.
Yeah.
Onwards.
Me too.
well, he's got a communicator, so you can
Yeah.
Okay, so soon as Dilbert is out of hearing distance, and Herodotus has kind of been holding himself upright, sort of a majestic stance to kind of give the moment some dignity. But soon as Dilbert is out of view, he turns and goes,
Well, he's probably going to die.
Good thing he's got the communicator. We can still find your gun at the end of it.
Good thinking, Doctor. Do no harm, eh?
And what about you, Vesper? Are you going to die?
not planning on it, my friend.
Neither is Dilbert.
I the energy blades and hum my own. Still in competition with Vesper.
I don't like the idea of one of my kind being taken out by Raskin for who knows what purpose. So I will aid you in restoring the egg.
And by restoring, you don't mean double-crossing us with your entire brood? And taking from me once again my darling, dearest ovum?
I've got no interest in taking on that kind of heat, Herodotus. Good luck to you, but I'm not raising an illegal monarch egg. No.
Indeed you are not. That is my calling. I will be a mother. Not you.
Oh, Cleo, should we play those tunes we picked up from Steve?
Steve!
Remember Steve the droid that was making music when we first landed in Garcia Station? Let's put on the B-side.
The beast.
She just looks over at Dr. Z and goes,
It's sleep time.
crunch it.
Crunch.
Alrighty. So it's the sweet synth sounds of Steve start playing on the onboard stereo. The bastards make their way. Vesper has put one of her brood. One has been keeping an eye from the top of the far side of the ravine and watching the movements. She's able to relay information on there are definitely 7 armed soldiers up on the battlements of the compound. But one of her other family members has gone out into the desert to try and find the hidden opening that Herodotus has anticipated can be found. And for a while, it's a bit touch and go, but shortly before you reach position, she finally breathes a sigh of relief and is like, well, he's found it. There is a door up there. Well, I'm not sure how we're going to get through it.
I told you there was a door up there.
Do not worry. If I can't hack the door, well, Cleo can rip the door open.
Seriously, Doctor? You're not gonna say whack the door? I mean,
Dr. Z,
rhyme,
Dr. Z,
rhythm. Come
is
on,
that-
man.
Whack the door.
Is that what you meant by stealth? Is that what you meant by stealth, Dr. Z? Because I was. You want me to rip off this door?
Talking
Not yet, Cleo. I'm saying last minute options. Let's still definitely do the stealth.
Are you sure? Because Cleo's getting out. Because I mean, I could just. I guess I'll. I mean, let me
No,
go
let's
sniff it.
stick to stealthy plan.
All right.
Come on, Cleo.
So,
Just gonna start blowing things up immediately.
Vesper is easily able to
I just
give the
wanted to put
information
the-
to Dr. Z, who I assume is navigating, who's now got a second X showing the location of the top door into the compound. And in short order, you make your way there, nearby at least. Sort of standing a good 200 feet away from the door, you see a small shimmering figure sort of come into view, a wraith that was obviously in some sort of stealth mode, hiding behind a rock, who beckons for you to come over.
God, you're a shifty lot.
The wraith grins a big toothy grin and nods to its mother Thesper.
Well, speak, you maggot.
I've been watching it. The door's right there. There's no sign of life, but I haven't been too close. Didn't want to blow the whole thing up too soon.
You won't be blowing anything up, my lad.
No,
Everything is nice and slow and, as the doctor said, surgical. You do not risk the oven for your delectation.
Do you have any idea where I can try to open this door? Since you've been staring at it so long.
Yeah,
Sneaky starer. Of a
Pervert.
sneaky type.
The door didn't consent, I assume.
There's
You just took your freedom, didn't you?
There's a control panel on it, but I don't doubt that there's security as well.
Yeah,
Well,
I guess I need to hack this door somehow.
yes, you do.
Before you need to make a decision, there's a crack on the radio as you hear the voice of Dilbert.
Sir, I'm in position.
Ah, very good, Squire. You've done me proud this day.
I don't think they can see me. When do I fire?
On my command, young'un. Not a moment before or after. On my command, that's the point. When I say so, you shoot. I say go, you go bang bang.
All right, sir. I think I can take out some of them.
Well, the point is, not really. Okay, clearly, some people didn't listen to the plan. The point isn't active suppression, Private. And yes, I have just demoted you. You are now Private. Listen up. The point is to attract their attention. Therefore, dispersed and indirect fire is to be promoted early on. Then, once you have their attention, then you can get deadlier. Is that understood, Squire?
All right. I'll take out the lift first.
No. Have you listened at all? If you take out the lift, they can't come upstairs. The entire idea is to get them out of the underground.
Oh, right.
Just make a lot of noise and attract them to you. Yes? And then once they start shooting back, take cover. And return fire should you wish to. You know, enjoy yourself. The craft after all.
All right, sir. Just give me the word.
I know it's all right. Those are my orders. Carry them out, Squire. We shall see you one step closer to your quest. I like that Herodotus has, within seconds, just become a really sort of semi-abusive but extremely motivated, like stepdad or something. Like,
wait, so you're becoming a father to the egg and to Dilbert?
yeah, because now I'm full on, like, Dilbert is gonna make it to like knightly status, and I'm gonna make him like a fucking hero of the empire.
Well, if you can keep him alive.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm really not going at this in the most, pedagogic way.
So it's a trial by fire.
It's very much a trial by fire.
So how do you plan doing this? Do you should I hack the door before the shot, or should he start shooting before?
We need to start getting inside first. We need to see that we have a clear entry before there's any point to start.
All right. Well, then I'll nod after hearing that conversation, put the communicator away, and walk on over to try and hack the door. Right. This is a bit scary though, because if I fuck this up, the whole plan's gone straight away.
Well, we can still whack.
So as you approach door, it's a big square, just door in the middle of the rock. It's a big sort of solid metal thing with a small control panel on it. It looks like you can interface with it quite easily, and there doesn't seem to be much else of anything. It's got a big sort of like caged light at the top of it, obviously for finding it in the middle of the night. But it looks pretty solid and old.
I'll try and open it.
Just shoot it.
I think. Oh, I've rolled a 17.
And getting into the system is fairly simple. Dr. Zafrey simply interfaces with the unit and gets in there, and he's able to see that the door is actually on a separate circuit outside of any of the sort of the controls of the main AI in the compound. And it's a simple matter once he's in to just basically flip a switch and have the door open up. And as he does it,
I say,
what were you going to say? Let's have that.
I had nothing.
You're just going to say you opened it?
I had nothing. I was just going to turn around and look at the bastards and say,
So God's timing is always right.
yeah.
Exactly, Cleo. Sesame.
The door opens up quite smoothly and steadily. You can see, although the outside is quite weathered from the sun and sand, the inside is quite well maintained, and there's just a simple metal staircase leading down into a dimly lit room beneath.
Now, Vesper, recognize any of this? Or have we gone further than your brood?
None of them are inside.
Very well.
Right.
But it seems to me we're about the right time to launch a deception. Squire!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rain death upon them.
All right. You can do it, Dilbert. You can do it, Dilbert. You can do it, Dilbert.
That would be more convincing, Squire, if you didn't say it out loud.
And then you hear over the radio just a
Yeah!
and then an explosion, and the radio cuts out.
Sounds like my boys got it covered. Let's go.
Excellent.
I'll hum the energy blades and kind of walk in, maybe even jog in, quite excited
Yeah.
to be doing some surgery.
Herodotus is flaunting his whacking stick and pistol, brandishing.
Vesper turns to her child.
You keep an eye on the vehicle. Make sure no one takes it.
Okay, well, I was visualizing it, but then I got really freaked out when I heard Thespa say, make sure nobody steals the vehicle. If somebody steals my rover, I'm gonna
buy a new one.
not gonna
Come
be
on.
okay.
We're gonna have
No.
another episode about revenge.
For
You
the
don't get
rover.
it. Like, if somebody hurts the rover, I'm gonna freak out.
Well, there's a little wraith spy keeping an eye on it.
But how are you going to enter this tunnel?
Well, I was kind of bearing on in. Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing my amble, sniffing around. I'm kind of like just doing my like bipedal walk, kind of feeling a wall, seeing about it, having like a taste of a root that's sticking out,
Ooh.
licking the air, because that's how bears know what's going on.
Beautiful.
Majestic.
So as you descend into the room, it's a big sized room. The entire interior is a silvery metal floor to ceiling, and this room, there just seems to be a whole bunch of big containers just sort of stacked up roughly around the room. And in the middle of the room, there's one container, and there's like a just a chair, like a little sort of computer chair sitting at it, and a small lamp sitting on top of it. And sitting in the middle of that container looks to be a box filled with some sort of takeaways, like food.
Shh. I motion and kind of slip to the side of the corridor to hide behind a something, pointing that there's food there.
I'm sorry, but if there's food, I'm not gonna stay where you are. Sorry.
Cleo, there's someone here if there's food.
She smelled it. It's over.
Cleo, remember the
It's
plan.
over. I don't think she can do anything else.
Well, Thespa immediately goes into stealth and just vanishes out of vision into one of the dark corners.
Wait, Dick. Okay, the food is on a table.
Food sitting on the table. The smell of it sort of wafting. It's still warm. It looks as though it's like someone's
This is so
someone's
fun.
dinner that's just recently been like
Hold on.
delivered and unboxed.
Can I roll a perception or something to see if like anybody is around?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
Sorry,
funny that
guys.
Cleo's Achilles heel is just open
Oh!
takeaways. No!
Okay, well, I rolled a d20 and got a 1.
Scheisse.
Well,
That's a natural
that's
one.
a natural one.
But that was just to tell if anybody was around.
We're going to have to get a D100 and just see how badly Cleo judges
Oh,
the situation.
This is brilliant.
Okay, cool. Well,
Oh my
71.
71%.
Oh no. I don't think we can save you
So-
from this one.
Cleo,
So I guess, okay, but what I did was I was just trying to see if I could tell if anybody was around.
Oh.
Mm.
And I can't.
so
And I'm a little nervous
Yeah.
about that.
Cleo looks at the food, and
But-
it's obviously someone's food, but she's absolutely certain that person is nowhere nearby. Like she's,
God.
she's using her wily bear senses. She can see the food. She can also see that, that the door at the far end of the room is closed. Now, if that door is closed, and the food is sitting there uneaten, it goes without saying that there couldn't possibly be anyone in here because
There's no
they
way.
would be eating the food.
Can I ask another question? Could I
No, just eat the food.
could I roll a strength check to see how fat, like if I can force it all down like in an instant without being like that long? To like survival hawk it and just house all that food in like 15
I
seconds.
think like fast eating. That's an endurance roll, not a strength roll, isn't it?
Because I'm nervous since I can't perceive if there's a person nearby, I'm gonna like really force it.
I mean, I understand the logic. Let's just go for it.
Okay. I'm just gonna quickly run over there like so stealth. You guys are gonna be like amazed. You're not even really gonna understand how I could be so quiet. And I just fucking dart out into the middle of that room by the table and I just
She wolfs down the entire meal in an instant. That's
And
a
I run back.
17. It's just kind of like a one lick of the bare tongue, really, just to sort of pull the whole thing in.
Yeah.
This
You're
is
proper
like a
old Disney.
it's a humanoid-sized meal, so it's it's just more of a snack for Cleo anyway.
well it
And
was.
it's got a real combination of ingredients and of gravy sitting upon quite hearty grain of some description.
Crazy. Well, I don't regret that.
Cleo.
But then I dart back.
Not a second too soon, because Cleo,
Right.
not as stealthily as she believes in her own head, ducks behind one of the containers. The door creaks open. and a human
I think you got away with that, Cleo.
It feels kind of like I did.
just
We'll see.
wanders in. He's like looking at his watch, like how much of his lunch break has he still got. He's holding in one hand like just a glass of water. He just went to go get a drink. He walks
That's
over
sad.
to the chair, puts the water down next to the box, scratches his head and looks at the box again, as if he can't quite believe what he's seeing.
Is this a human?
hu-
or are the enemies we're facing
He is a human, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, Raskin, the leader of them, is a human as well, but it's unknown if they're all human.
All right.
And he's just sort of scratching his head, and he's like, "Who the? Why the?" And he picks up the box. He's looking very disappointed.
So sad.
He starts looking around the room a little bit aimlessly, and then like looking towards the door. Someone, my God, damn it! he throws the packet across the room and bangs his fist on the container in front of him. So it is just a like a big shipping container with a little computer module sitting on it to one side. And as you get a better view of what's going on, there's the crumbs of his ruined meal in the middle. There's all sorts of things spread across the table. There's a blaster pistol, what looks like possibly some of grenades, the computer that he's obviously been working at, and a small communications device sitting perilously on the far corner of his makeshift desk. And at that moment, it goes off. It just clicks into action. And you hear a voice on the other end going,
Rodney! We need... we need everyone out front!
Are they Australian?
Rodney!
Good day, mate.
All of these guys Australian?
We need everyone out front! Oh, something's going wild out there!
Oi, mate, there's...
Did Cleo just eat his Vegemite?
That's no knife.
You call that a knife?
Brilliant.
and at that point he reaches for the communicator. He's like, What do you mean? I'm on my break.
Rodney, we don't have time for that. Bring your big gun.
He looks sadly down at the few crumbs on the desk, holding his empty belly. He clicks the communicator onto his belt and rushes across the room towards where the three of you are hiding.
All right, I'll hum the energy blades and get it ready to stab upwards. I'm gonna crouch at the corner.
Holy shit! You're just gonna straight up murder the guy? Take no.
He's running towards us with a gun, though, so...
You can knock him out or something.
Hold on. I thought he got called to leave the room.
Yeah, but he's off to go and attack Dilbert as well.
Okay. So Herodotus puts a hand on the doctor's knee and goes, "Follow my lead." And he steps out in front of the guard. Says, "Stand and deliver, sir. You have been called out."
And you can see that the guard, his mouth drops open as Herodotus emerges. And from your higher vantage point, saying that you can see there's just a really, really big blaster rifle sitting on top of the container you're hiding behind, and he's reaching for it.
Whoa.
So Rodney has a split second to decide whether he goes for his communicator or goes for the gun as Herodotus pops up from behind the thing. And because Herodotus is standing right there within arm's reach of this big weapon, he decides it's prudent. And he is only aware of one intruder at this point. So he decides it's prudent to get his hands on the gun first, and he quickly snatches it up.
Oh, does that mean he moves within my reach? Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Well, you can't take an attack of opportunity because of the weird way I've coded this game, so you can only attack in your own turn. But you can perform actions. You've still got a full set of energy, so you could attempt to grab the thing before he gets it, or
I grab him and I try to pull him sort of towards me so I can get a hold of the gun.
Okay, let's get a strength roll.
All right. I'm strong as a bear.
It's 14. Let's roll a matching strength roll for this young gentleman, Rodney.
Love the name.
He's rolled a 7.
Oh, yes.
So Rodney grabs the gun, but at almost the exact same moment, he's grabbed by the scruff of the collar, kind of, by Herodotus, or?
Oh yes. Come here, boy.
So he's tries to fight back, but Herodotus has overpowered him. So what does Herodotus do once he gets a good grip on him?
Well, that guy has a good grip on the gun. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Herodotus grabs for the gun.
Okay.
And then tries to fling. If the guy has the gun, he's kind of pulling him off his balance and towards him, so he can get a hold of the gun. And he's gonna try and fling the guy away.
Well, he's totally successful. Herodotus grabs the guy, pulls him over, and just disarms him, taking the gun into his own arms and just releasing the gentleman, who sort of staggers off to the side, his mouth gaping, as he now looks at Herodotus, having taken his weapon off him.
Now tell me, where is the ovum?
He sort of freezes, and then he begins to reach for the communicator at his side, but then thinks better of it as he sees Herodotus just has a very big gun trained on him, and he knows just how much damage this gun could do if shot at him. From this range, he's got very little. It's like, God damn it, Rodney. Never do anything right. Look, okay, don't shoot.
Don't beat yourself up about it, Rodney.
No one can match the silver fox. You've been taken out by the best, my boy. Take it as an honor.
The egg thing. Raskin's had it.
Egg thing? What are you, some sort of barbarian? He's a child. He must be protected.
Well, look, whatever it is, Raskin has loaded it into his starship.
And where is Raskin's starship? You will take us to it.
Please, just leave. Just tie me up or something. I don't want to be a part of this. You know how much I get paid?
Do not make me use this gun. I'm trained well in the ways of war, and I have some inclination to understand what this thing will do to your innards. It will make your insides your outsides. It will tear you, shred you, singe you. Pain. Do you understand? Loads of pain.
All right, no, don't shoot. I'll take you there, but please, you gotta protect me. If I take you all the way there, Raskin will kill me. He's bound to.
Is that honor stirring in you, boy? Are you feeling the tug of morality?
Yes. It's your egg. He stole it. He's a thief. He's a terrible thief. Screw Raskin. I don't like him. I never liked him. He barely pays me. That's okay. Just can I?
Very well. You will come with us and act as my shield bearer. I already have a squire, and I do know the etymology. Don't you question me. But a squire is an armament man, and you will be my shield bearer, possibly cup bearer if you act poorly. Do you agree?
Fine, whatever. Okay, follow me. Just.
I need confirmation, sir. This is a deal between gentlemen.
Yes, gentleman's deal. Whatever, anything you like.
Oh God, this young generation, always so hasty. Very well, either way.
And he sort of unsteadily turns about. He's looking over his shoulder, like almost believing that Herodotus might just shoot him as soon as his back's turned. And then he starts walking and leading the way out of the room.
On the walk out, can I walk by the computer panel?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll walk by and have a look at whatever's on the screen.
So on the screen, it looks like he's been ordering munitions. This is just a little device hooked up to some sort of online store where he's been buying just loads of munitions for this compound.
All right. And that's what these containers are?
Undoubtedly, yeah. The containers look like they just
All right.
been.
Can I do a roll to see if there's anything in the containers that will aid us?
Yeah, by all means. You sort of flick through it.
What type
Using
of
a
roll would you
discerning
like?
eye. Just give me a straight D20. It's just a little perception thing, really.
Yeah, cool. Here we go. Oh, damn it. It's only a 3.
It's a big list. The inventory is rather long. Everything's itemized individually, and you see a lot of blaster pistols, blaster rifles, energy blades, not unlike the weaponry you all already have.
Nothing but standard stock armaments.
And I'll swipe the screen away from me and continue to follow whatever this Rodney fella is leading.
All right, so Rodney leads the three of you out of the room and into a big hallway, just leading away from this room. It's wide enough small vehicle to make its way up and down. And in fact, there is, as soon as you come out the door, almost like a little 2-person golf cart kind of hover pad sitting by the door. It's obviously how Rodney makes his way down this big long corridor to this stockroom.
Austin Powers.
What if he has?
Oh my
What
god.
if he has to turn? Also, just because it's a fucking thing with us now, but when he's making his way downtown,
walking fast. I've been fighting every single time I hear that line.
Yeah,
every time I hear making his way, I'm like, oh my, don't do it. But I want to just do it so bad.
do it every time. Fucking
Every time? Okay,
It's
I
the
will.
only way to.
I will.
Daniel, never hold back.
Exactly.
Never hold back.
Rodney walks along dejectedly, every now and then looking back, seeing the three of you, seeing the gun still pointed at his back. He's got his hands up, I'm not going to do anything. He doesn't want there to be any doubts about his loyalty, I suppose. The fact that he's not going to...
Pacificity?
His pacificity. He's not going to mess with you.
The fact that he's a baby.
And
he ain't.
It's a bit of a walk. And along the way, Cleo, being the only one with an active communicator now, her communicator pops into action once again, and you hear the voice of Dilbert.
No! I mean, good.
Sir! He's down! Answer this! What you ought to know!
And there's a lot of sounds of gunfire and explosions from around. You can sort of hear as well, like the microphone is just sort of bouncing around, scratching across his metallic head as he's talking.
No. Good lord, it sounds like they're
Vic,
putting
is
on the
that
pressure.
shooting?
Tell him to fall back.
Is that Are they shooting by my car?
Nah, they're way away from the car.
No,
luckily.
we put him off way away from your car.
Dilbert ran down. You took the high road and he took the low road, and he sprinted down and got into position.
Say that again, Dick, please.
He sprinted down and got into
He
position?
got to Loch Lomond before us.
Before that.
Well, you took the high road and he took the low road.
There, the crevasse. Fill it with your mighty juice.
What, you never heard fucking Tenacious D? Wonder Boy?
You never heard Loch Lomond?
Loch Lomond.
You take the high
it's like
road
an-
and I'll take the low road.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard that one, but that's not the one.
Finally, after some time, you get to the far end of the hallway and there's another similar door. At that point, Rodney turns around to face Herodotus and says, I really don't want to open the door. There might be people in there.
Did you hear that radio, soldier? That is my squire out there, risking his arguably less valuable, seeing as it is a robot, life. For our noble cause, you will not stand in our way. Are you with us or against us?
Gulps and looks down at the rather large gun, and then he turns back around, still sort of real awkward kind of turn, both hands raised, and grabs the door, takes a deep breath, and slowly opens it and peeks in. He lets out an immediate sigh of relief and opens the door the rest of the way. What looks like a makeshift mess hall, perhaps. Much like the stock room, there's a lot of just sort of makeshift furniture, all sorts of scattered objects of entertainment. You see, like in one corner, there's a ball game, like a sort of a miniature version of ball and hoop game in one corner. There's lots of VR helmets in another corner. You can see like there's just ammunition boxes that have been torn open and are half empty, where people have been grabbing things and run. The whole place is in a real state of disarray, and there are several doors around the room, and all of them are sort of just hanging open.
This must be their barracks.
Rodney's looking around like, yes, I guess they've all had to go somewhere in a hurry. Okay, follow me.
Bear?
Yeah.
And do not see this as an order of anywhere, but should you be interested in, well, taking up your kill count, as it were, this would be a particularly good place to plant a proximity charge. That's all I will say. They're bound
Pretty
to
genius.
They're bound to return, aren't they? I mean,
That's an interesting thought. I do like the idea, and I have like 49 explosive kits.
Yeah. So this sounds like a
So I
win-win
kind
to me.
of, Cleo thinks it over, but what she's really doing is just like doing that thing where you look like you're stroking your beard, and she wasn't really thinking about it, but she's gonna do it.
She's just like,
You know.
yeah, that's what I thought I'd do.
Yeah. So yeah, build explosive. Oops, it's a 9. So yeah, it's probably not the best at knowing what is in its proximity.
Yeah, it's a
But it is
dodgy
a bomb. Yep.
It's set to trip upon proximity, and it's pointed away, I guess. There's no real way of knowing if it will go off or not. It hasn't been set off immediately, which is thankful, because it might have taken you with it.
Fine.
And like Cleo would have some sense that it's not her best work, but it's, it's a bomb.
That's it. I'm gonna kick it under some guy's dirty laundry.
Okay, so Rodney, like even more concerned now as he sees the explosives coming out. It's like, okay, it's this way, and leads through one of the doors. You come back into another hallway. It looks much the same as the other one, but you can see that this hallway curves around, as though maybe it runs around the exterior of the curved disc that you saw popping out of the ravine. And at a certain point, you even start seeing natural light up ahead. As Rodney
Cleo
continues,
is
looking
smelling.
very nervous now. He's obviously expecting there to be people everywhere. There's must be quite a few people actually staying in this compound. But that looks like, at this point at least, Dilbert's distraction is working really well. And as you come around, you finally get to a point where there are portholes where you can see out onto the balcony on the outside of the disc.
Cleo noticed that Rodney's looking really nervous, so she's getting close to him because she thinks that might help.
Like a teddy bear.
Yeah. And it, maybe it doesn't, but maybe, when she breathes on him, he'll smell his lunch and feel better.
I'm going to have to roll a perception just to see if Rodney does smell his lunch.
Like, maybe that'll help him because it makes him feel like there's something familiar by him.
Rodney looks back, catching a whiff of the heavy, wet breath of Cleo, and makes a pathetic sort of look on his face. He's like, "Ah," as he realizes that Cleo stole his lunch.
So mean.
And then all of a sudden, Rodney ducks down by the window, looking back, hoping that he hasn't startled Herodotus into shooting at him with his sudden movement. But you can all see that there's, on the outside of the window, there's another soldier looking down off the balcony with a big gun, much like the one that Herodotus is holding.
Okay.
Conundrum.
Doctor, can you distract him? Better yet, shield bearer.
What do I do?
Wish you to win your spurs in honorable combat.
So there's a guy sitting out there with a gun?
Yeah, so the sort of curving exterior hallway that goes all the way around this disc-shaped building, and it pops out, half of it sticks out the side of the ravine, and then there's this balcony all the way around outside, and there's little portholes, and then through one of the portholes you can see a soldier standing there just firing a gun down into the desert, presumably.
How far away is it, though?
So he is really close. You've just suddenly come round the corner and he's right there, he's just on the other side of the window from you.
But how can I get to him?
Well, looking up ahead, you can see that a little bit further around, there is a door leading out onto the balcony.
You know what, fuck it. I'm going to punch my fist through the glass and then open my fishbowl and jump out and latch onto him, facehugger style.
Oh my god,
yeah.
what?
That is brutal.
There's too much time.
Okay, well,
if he's already shooting at Dilbert, then, no.
Let's have a energy blade punching, yeah? Through the window?
Yeah.
Let's just have an energy blade attack to see if you successfully smash through this window. I mean,
okay.
It's a pretty easy attack, so just don't roll a 1.
Fair enough. It's an 11. And I'm not too worried about stealth since he's already engaged. What I am trying to do is the quickest possible way of getting me, because I need to be outside of my fishbowl. I need to latch onto him to mind control him.
Hey, can I roll a perception to see if I saw how he opened the fishbowl?
I think you better.
That you have to.
Oh shit. No, it's a 14.
Yeah, Cleo spotted how Dr. Z opened it up. How did Dr. Z open it up? Does he have a latch that you can grab with a tentacle from the inside or something?
But it was kind of like an invisible kind of situation where you know how sometimes you just do a press and then a thing there's a secret mechanism.
Yeah.
And I saw.
Yeah.
And that's Yep. So that's all I have to say. And that was it, and I'm filing that information away into my heart.
There's a
you're so clever,
little manual unlock.
This is gonna come back
for use in emergencies. In case Dr. Z's suit is completely powered down, he can open it up with a tentacle and escape. So Dr. Z punches through the window.
Well, good to know.
And popping open the fishbowl, spilling a little bit of the water out the window and all over the soldier, who turns around all of a sudden with a look of horror on his face, what? As the glass and water shatters all over him, just in time to see the horrifying tentacle jellyfish form of Dr. Zafrey burst through the window and latch onto his head.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I struggles a bit, and then I'll just trying to mind control him. So you want a telepathy?
Yep.
Yo, let's do it.
You controlled the mind, he's fine.
Oh, that's not a...
It's only
an
an 8.
So, there's bad news and good news. The bad news is that roll of 8 is not enough. But the good news is...
Fuck.
If we remember all the way back to Dr. Zafrey's initial conception, Although he can use his telepathy,
Yes.
like remotely, to take control of people just through pure force of thought alone, he has a innate alien ability called biohacking.
Yes, that's the one I wanted.
And it means you can add a hacking roll to your telepathy roll when you're in physical contact with someone like this.
What?
Mm-hmm. Wicked. How much? So then what is the roll?
Just add a hacking roll to this telepathy roll.
Oh, add a hacking roll. Oh, okay, right. Wow.
Jesus
23.
Christ.
That's an 18 plus 5.
That's a 28 in total.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like you spent like 2 points on that or something. Like it was
Oh, I'm so glad you remembered because I didn't. So thank you, Dick.
because you can mind control people without getting out of your fishbowl, but you can basically guaranteed mind control people by getting out of your fishbowl.
Oh shit, I forgot that. Okay, I thought I had to have touch on them. Oh, amazing though.
All right, so I'm going to roll a constitution or a durability roll to see if he can actually resist this mind control, but it's probably not going to beat 28.
He might. The slimy bastard. The Australian.
I mean, that's coming from a jelly.
He's rolled a 13.
Yeah, I'm not Australian.
Other things. So Dr. Z just gets himself in place on this guy's face hugging him, and assumes complete control over the poor soldier's mind. And at the same time as he gets out there, Cleo learns the mysteries of his fishbowl. But more importantly, he's got now a bird's eye view down into the ravine. And he can see
I love that.
that there's sort of around on this balcony. No one's looked back and spotted him yet, but there are many more of these soldiers, all human by the looks of things, all armed with these big guns, just shooting down to the desert. And down there's a big rock that's just been shot to pieces. They're all shooting at it, and it's almost certain that Dilbert must be behind that rock. There's no return fire coming from him any longer. But more importantly, Dr. Z now has full vision down to the ravine where he can see a large, armored, tank-like vehicle making its way slowly across the desert floor towards Dilbert's hiding place.
Is it walking fast and being homebound? Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, amazing.
Thanks, everybody, once again for listening and turning up and just putting in the hours. The Backwater bastards in space.
Oh, yes. Thank you, everyone. And thanks even more, well, to our patrons who help us keep this show going. They are Cheaper by the Dungeon, another great podcast that you can check out on any audible device. Lucas Duff from Ballad of the Seven Dice, another great show. Lucas. Eric B. Rhodes. Fernando Garcia, who this station that we're playing off is named after. Thank you. And Marcus Brackelman. Thank you, Marcus.
Sweet.
And the great Noodle.
Hey.
Well, we don't have your other name, but Noodle. We only know you as Noodle.
Yeah, welcome to the Patreon Club, Noodle.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks.
Noodle.
And if you'd like to support our show and chat with us, well, you can.
And have any chance of being as cool as Noodle.
I don't know. I mean, that's kind of not something we can promise.
You can join us on our Discord group and other great bonuses on our Patreon, which is in the show notes. And your money will be used to help build the show and pay for hosting and get sound effects and new equipment and everything to make us sound crisper and cleaner inside your ear holes. So thank you very much. And shout outs this week to some fan arts that we've received. First of all, we've received some from the great Doodlehound.
The Doodlehund.
Doodlehund.
He has drawn for us the, let me open Bastards. If you look on Discord, the fan art channel, but Doodlehound's done a picture with the three of us in a battle pose, and I actually like to think that this is what we look like going into this combat situation right now, and it's beautiful. It's amazing. Herodotus kind of looks like an old sailor, which is lovely. Cleo's got her parachute and her big oversized gun, and I've got a little energy blade and a shotgun pistol. So very happy about that. He's also done a drill bot that was from the episode with Spiridon Giannakis. How do you say that name,
And
Evan?
it's so
I didn't even
cute.
see their drill bot.
Gianakis.
I need to.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
I need to look at that.
It's
And
super
it's
cute.
so cute with its round little face.
Yeah.
And
Really great.
murderous intent.
Yeah. And then also,
Like a cute little bug.
huge shout outs to Noodle as well, who's done a few fan arts, and we've even used them on the episode tile art for the last week's episode,
Yeah,
and we've got
these are
another one
great.
on this week's episode. So,
He
thank
actually
you so
drew
much.
the scene where Dr. Z tries on his hat, and I love it.
And it works, and you're looking at it right now if you're looking at this episode art tile.
And it
Yes.
does work.
It does work.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Does this
it's
work? It do.
It do.
It do.
So thank you so much. And if you
Sometimes
have any
it
fan
just
arts
do
for
work.
us that you want us to gush over or use as episode tiles as well, then send them over to backwaterbastards@gmail.com or tag us in your Instagram posts, and we will be sure to share them out and just gush over them, really. So thank you so much for that. And other than that, I think that's everything. Go and like us on whatever you are listening to us on, and share us with your friends, and give us reviews, and help us grow the charts and all that stuff. Thank
Be
you.
nice.
And be nice.
Yeah.
Be
Be
nice.
nice to people.
Big bada boom.
Be nice.
Yeah.
See you later, bastards. Bye.
Ciao for now.
Get out of here.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.
Oh, I was wondering if any of you would notice that Thespa has vanished.
Yeah, didn't she turn on her like invisibility cloak or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was kind of called out, I guess. Yeah.
Well, she didn't
Jeez.
pop back out when the dude was disarmed and didn't necessarily come with you.
No, it's true. We'll just have to see.
I don't like what this is. I don't like what's happening here.
Me neither. I don't know what's going
Nick is trying to hurt us again.
Well, traditions are traditions, Bam. And will remain, sir, as long as I'm in charge.
I wanna be like Eric Rhodes, like no one ever was.
I'm Eric Rose.
Eric Rose.
We built this city. We built this city on
Eric Rhodes. I mean, Taylor knocked that one out of the park last week.
Oh,
actually.
right. Sorry.
She's had that one.
What?
She's gone and had that one.
She already had it. Hers.
All that Eric Rhodes. All right, Eric Rhodes. Bam. That's All My Friends Are Dead by Turbo Negro.
Eric Rhodes, baby, don't hurt me.
Eric Rhodes. Eric Roadness. The Roadness. Some of
Dun
the
dun
roads.
dun 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 dun. Eric Rhodes now.
Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes.
Eric Rhodes. It's acapella Eric Rhodes.
Where did the Mission Impossible come from?
Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes.
Eric Rhodes. It's Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. He's taken the path to Eric Road.
He's Eric's. No. Clearly, he's Eric's the road to Isengard.
Here comes Eric Rhodes. Here comes Eric Rhodes. Here comes Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes.
Oh my god, that was like a full circle. One does not simply walk straight into Eric
Rhodes.
Rhodes.
Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes.
Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. It's Eric Rhodes. Eric Rhodes. Rhodes. Yeah.
All right, I think that's a good amount for Eric this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come back next week with some more. I like to add them to my list.
Eric Rhodes and Eric Rhodes.